Hello, and welcome back to the tale of Naarifin the Skald. I'll be your Let's Player, taking on the role of Naarifin Foxfang, some guy you've never heard of. Last time, with our cold open, we escaped from Helgen and made our way to Falkreath. Let's see what the new day has in store for us.
Tekla, it's good to see you, girl. How's Dengar treating you?
As he should, I suppose.
Well, don't take what you don't have to.
Someone
Nari's
mentioned
funny.
Dengar.
She tells everyone how handsome and pretty they are. Mom says she does it for tips.
You know, I'm pretty sure I could play that song too if I had my flute.
Be quick about it.
Excuse me, innkeeper. Oh,
Welcome to Dead Man's Drink.
I suppose you've been taking care of your guests, your patrons all night. Alright, I hope you sleep tight. I won't wake you.
Yes?
Oh, I didn't say anything.
If it's a duel you seek, stranger, then I suggest you leave.
Oh, no, I'm good.
I'm not here to fulfill your desire for pain, or free you from your wretched existence. At least, not today.
I had enough, I have enough brushes with death yesterday, so I have absolutely no interest in dueling you. I only spoke to you because you addressed me first. So sure, I just wanted to talk.
Ah, yes, and what, pray tell, do you wish to converse about, Politics, religion, my two favorite subjects. Perhaps you wish to discuss both. How delightful.
I mean, I was thinking more along the lines of pleasant small talk. We could start with something simple, like a name. I am Naarifin Foxfang. And you?
But why bother with the foreplay? You seek vengeance for your loved ones, that's why you want to talk. That's why everyone wants to talk.
Vengeance for my loved ones?
Well, you're too late. I am no longer a Thalmor. The clothes are just that. Clothes. I will not discard a perfectly adequate robe.
I didn't notice. All right. I mean no offense. I'm not trying to pick a fight.
A peculiar position to take, seeing that I have no side to speak of.
You have multiple sides.
If you are with the Thalmor, then I am no longer with you. If you are an enemy of the Thalmor, then I am no longer against you. Regardless, we are in no way in league with each other.
So why are you at odds with the Thalmor?
It is a rather simple matter. I disobeyed a direct order from my superior.
Ah. What sort of order?
I was stationed in Markarth with two others. We were investigating a family that kept abnormal hours, staying up well past midnight. Unfortunately, myself and one of the other justiciars got into an argument over the children. The fool thought they were innocent.
Well, I mean, they're children, right? At least the other justiciar seems merciful if misguided.
It is futile to attempt to win over those who despise you with mercy. The children were unsalvageable and required execution. The issue was made irrelevant, however, when the entire family was found murdered.
You're talking about executing children. You know, there's a special plane of oblivion for
At
people
some
like you.
point, we should hire Tekla on here. If she could just spend
But
less
I'm
time
not here to
receiving
talk
praise.
religion or politics.
I wish I could
So
point
who
to
did
the
murder the family then? Because it sounds like you didn't. Even though it seems you wanted to.
That is insignificant. The family was dead and no longer worshipped Talos. Moreover, by letting a murderer run amok, we prevented the family from becoming martyrs. There was just one problem.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but there are afterlives. So just because they're dead doesn't mean they're no longer worshipping Talos. I'm sure you can worship Talos in Sovngarde or whatever other afterlife someone might believe in. But I digress. What was the problem?
Everyone assumed I was the murderer.
Ah,
It didn't help that I've been
understandable.
a rather vocal proponent of mass execution. So we decided it was best to use this perception to our advantage. Now, I never confessed to the crime, but I was stripped of my rank and exiled. This gave the perception that justice was served.
Ragnar the Red. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the
All
Red,
right.
came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles in gold he had made.
Who do you suspect murdered the family?
The only thing I know is the person was quite efficient and extremely disturbed. The rest would be mere speculation.
Oh, you talk
Efficient and disturbed.
Now I think it's
You
high
didn't
time that
hire
you
the
lie down and
Dark
live.
Brotherhood of the Morag Tong, did you? But did dismissing you have any noticeable effects?
Ondolamar estimated that Talos worship would decrease by 1/3 in the wake of the murders. I don't know if that's true, but I wouldn't doubt his calculation.
We drink to our youth, today's come and gone. For the age of aggression is just about done.
So is there any chance you will be reinstated?
Of course. The Thalmor are not the Empire. We do not share their frothing obsession with bureaucracy.
I mean, personally, if I had been the Thalmor organization in that situation, I would have just said that you were punished and transfer you somewhere else. But how are the Thalmor different from than the Empire?
Talk to them and you'll see. Find a soldier and ask him to file a report. Then watch as his mouth becomes a pond of saliva. Although, I suggest you don a helmet in advance. One of those dwarven ones, lest his response shower your cheek.
So you're implying that the Imperial Legions enjoy doing paperwork. Well, I mean, one of the few soldiers I met was doing paperwork at the time and not paying any attention to the answers to his questions. But whatever. You don't seem to respect the Empire.
We are the first people, mortals fashioned in the mold of the divines. We don't have to respect anyone save ourselves. That is the whole point for this war, to put everyone in their rightful place.
Ah. Good old racism. You know, I don't really care for politics. This really isn't my thing. I'm actually on my way to Solitude to join the Bard's College. I won't mind telling tales of politics, of course, or singing songs, but it's not really my thing. So just don't touch my ale.
Rest assured, there will be no attempts made upon your drink.
That's all I
All
ask.
we ask is that you acknowledge the truth.
This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors.
Though I'm tempted to ask what the truth is,
Drink to our
I
youth,
think that's enough for today. It was a...
age of aggression
I don't
is
feel like
just
lying.
about done.
It was an experience meeting you.
We'll drive out the
Very
storm
well.
folks and restore what we own. With our blood and our
Take care.
skin, we will take back our home. Down with...
I don't recognize that song. I'm sure I'll learn it at some point. Nice, calming, relaxing rain. Just what I need after yesterday. If I recall, I think there's some sort of a general store this way? I mean, my knowledge of Falkreath is outdated. I should really stop mumbling to myself. Lest the guards think me touched in the head.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
I will, thank you.
Well
Greetings.
met. Unlike my brother, I've no dislike of strangers. Met lots of them while I was a Stormcloak.
You're a Stormcloak?
I was once, but not anymore. I was wounded in a skirmish up near Windhelm. This was years ago, mind you. Now maybe I don't pick up a blade in Ulfric's name no more, but I still hold with his ideals. Skyrim is Nordland, and we ought to rule it. We don't need no help from the Empire on that count.
I mean... No, I'm not going into politics. Never mind. I retract what I was about to say. But importantly, though, why I'm here. What have you got for sale?
Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Well, yeah, you're trying to sell them. Of course you would. But, actually I'm slightly more interested right this moment in seeing what of mine you might take. Because, I mean, as some might call it junk, I call these treasures. Certainly don't need all this light armor. Or the studded armor. Or a torturer's hood. I have a feeling I should keep these. No, I don't. I have a feeling I should keep an extra one of these. And an extra one of these. Apparently I sold you the ones I was wearing, even though I had plenty. That is a weird flex. I might have a use for this. I don't think I need quite so many cloaks or capes. I don't think I need any Imperial cloaks or capes. I might have uses for these as well. But anything else I have that I'd be willing to part with right now? I think that's all. Now that I've done that and I actually have some coin, what do you possess, my friend, that you are willing to part with? Exactly what I was hoping for. You see, I recently lost my hunting knife. Thank you very much. Anything else? You have lots of interesting things. But I think it best I hold on to some of my septums for now. You have a few spell tomes I don't know. No, that's not necessary. I am practically broke still, so I think that will be all, my good man. Thank you very much.
Steal anything from my shop and you'll regret it.
I'm sorry, do I look like a thief? I don't think I look like a thief.
Can I get you something?
That is...
Looking for
I'm
something?
sorry, I didn't mean to brandish my sword at you.
Look
no,
around all you want, but don't try anything funny.
Okay, I'm not a thief, and I'm not a jester. You were rather pleasant until we did business. But whatever. I am a pleasant person. have a nice day. I'm also a hungry person. I think I'll have a bite in the inn.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
Thank you, you are most welcoming. Definitely have a job that you're cut out for.
Excuse me, sir. I don't normally do this, but, have you got a moment to talk?
Why, sure. How can I help you? Of course.
Marvelous. My name is Lucian Flavius. I'm a scientist, philosopher, amateur wizard, and something of a musician, though I suppose that's more the hobby. I couldn't help noticing that you seem... how can I put this? Well acquainted with the less savory side of Skyrim?
I think you're just stereotyping me because I have a slight Nordish look to myself. I mean, I've seen a thing or two, but, do you need help with something?
As a matter of fact, I do. I'm here in Skyrim on an expedition, academic mainly. I find the province simply fascinating. The flora, the fauna, the ruins, both Dwemer and Nordic, the architecture, the politics. Trouble is, I'm really not much of a fighter. I know a few spells and can just about swing a sword, but beyond that, I'm pretty useless in combat. Skyrim's no place for a milk drinker like me. Not on my own, anyway. So, I'm looking for someone to travel with.
Okay, go on.
I suppose what I'm asking is, would you awfully mind if I tag along? I will of course compensate you most handsomely for putting up with me.
I mean, I'm just going to Solitude to join the Bard's College. Then maybe do a tour of the holds once I've graduated, and make a bit of a name for myself before returning home to Cyrodiil. Maybe tutor people, settle down, find a wife, that sort of thing. But, you mentioned gold?
Oh, shall we say 300 septims up front? After that, I'll top you up every time we come across something useful to my research. At your discretion, of course. No obligations, save that you take me with you, and assist in keeping me alive wherever possible.
I mean, once again, I am just going to the Bard's College. But, well, I don't know. I might have to find some sort of employment first, so I can save up for tuition. So, sure, why not? That sounds like a deal.
Oh, splendid. Here's your gold. This is going to be quite the adventure.
By the way, I'm Naarifin Foxfang.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Lead on.
Likewise. Pleasure making your acquaintance as well. Flavius, that name sounds familiar. I don't know, but right now it's time for some breakfast. Or should I say lunch? And to reflect upon my experiences so far. Ah, I had forgotten that I literally sold him the boots off my feet. That was really silly. I suppose I'll have some venison for lunch. And some milk. Why not? I can be a milk drinker today. And some water. So upon reflection, I think I could do with a bit more magicka. I mean, I hardly have enough to embolden one of my friends once I've summoned Mistfang. And speaking of summoning Mistfang, Let's make that a little more effective. Maybe I should consider the other college as well. Oh, Lucian.
You look haunted somehow, as though you've seen something terrible. Tell me, please, what did you see?
I saw so many things. I tried to cross the border. I arrived at the checkpoint, and next thing I knew, I was in the back of a cart. And they were going to execute me for literally nothing. I've committed no crimes. I can't even think of any petty crimes I may have committed as a child. But as they were about to execute me, without trial I might add, the Lady Mara answered my prayers and sent a dragon to create a diversion. That dragon gave me my opening to escape, and then it destroyed Helgen and tried to destroy me as well. Divines do definitely work in mysterious ways.
Henrietta, dear,
a
I
dragon?
don't want you talking to the lady.
You saw an actual living
not?
dragon?
She's nice.
But that's impossible, surely.
You'll know when you're older.
Well, maybe it was some sort of illusion spell, but it seemed pretty possible to me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to question your reliability. If you say you saw a dragon, then who am I to doubt you? But don't you think if a dragon destroyed Helgen, that the people nearby should be warned? Isn't there a village right on its doorstep? Riverwood, I think it's called.
I think so. Do you think we should go there?
Nari,
I think we have to. If there's a dragon on the loose, people need to know about it.
The meat is same as it ever was.
I suppose you're right. I wasn't planning on going that way, but... Now, I was actually going to ask you about some things.
would have talked to me like that when I was Jarl.
Wait, when you were Jarl? I'm sorry, Lucian. This'll have to
Right
wait.
behind you.
I'm sorry. Dengir? You said when you were... Sorry. You said when you were Jarl? Surely you're still Jarl, are you not?
Be mindful. My maid Tikla has been known to pass information to that pompous nephew of mine, Sidgeir.
You have a pompous nephew? Wait, you said you were Jarl?
Aye, not so long ago. Some will tell you I stepped down on account of my old age. Truth is, I found out about all the Imperial spies crawling around Falkreath.
Oh.
A few well-placed bribes, and they bought themselves some friends. Suddenly, the nobles are calling for a new Jarl. And all the while, their pockets are jingling with the sound of Imperial sentence. They named me Thane. They got my nephew Sidgeir in my place. A real friend to Cyrodiil, that one.
Ah, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know. I honestly thought you were still the Jarl, and was looking forward to coming to paying my respects. You say there's a plot against you?
Well, not against me, against all of Falkreath. Those Imperial bastards are spying on every one of us. Last night, I saw Laud the blacksmith writing a letter. Probably sending word to Solitude and General Tullius. Are you loyal to Skyrim? Break into Laud's house and get that letter.
You want me to break into someone's home? You know, maybe they were right to remove you as Jarl. Yeah, maybe I'll get to that.
Good.
Don't just stand there looking stupid.
Mind what you say. The Empire has ears all over this town.
Thank you for having
You
the
hear that,
ability to
Lucian?
stand. The speaking part
The
will have to come
the
during
former
next
Jarl
evolutionary
wants
cycle.
me to break into the home of the blacksmith and steal a letter. I think maybe he's a little bit senile.
Sorry, after you.
I think maybe that's why he was replaced. It's probably not some Imperial plot. So yes, sorry, I was about to talk to you about something.
Yes?
I'd like to ask you something.
I'm all ears. And wait, what can I do for you?
Actually, that's not what I wanted to talk to you about. Let's talk about tactics.
Certainly.
Since, I mean, it's likely we'll end up having to fight something.
If you have something to say to me, Roland, say it.
Let's talk about your combat style.
Of course.
Figures. Then again, I suppose I should commend you for
I suppose you should fight as a mage?
the speaking.
You're probably a little better than I am.
Those of Aetherius shall be my arrows, and my bow shall be my hands. Or a staff, or something. The metaphor sort of breaks down there. Certainly.
Alright, let's continue this discussion a bit. Let's talk about spells.
Spells it is.
So, what spells do you know? Seems you know Flames, Frostbite, and Healing? Alright, that is good to know.
Whatever
Never
you
mind.
say.
I'm sure we'll converse in more depth at some point, but I must say that is a brilliant outfit. I had something similar before it was confiscated. But let me trade some more practical gear to you.
Of course.
I think a mace is a little more of a magey weapon. I'm not sure why I think that, but I do. Oh, where are my manners? I've been...
On we go.
Yes, indeed. I've been traipsing around the town, doing business, dressed as a soldier. That won't do. Ah, that's better.
What happened to your tail, monkey? Did you lose it cutting wood?
That's enough. You want to go?
Go where? What are you babbling about? It's a wonder why the divines gave you beasts' tongues.
I don't think I like that woman very much.
I can't believe we let provincials like you wander Skyrim.
I've done nothing to you. You're just riled up by that Altmer. Some people.
If you have something to say to me, Boland, say it. Don't just stand there looking stupid. Figures. Then again...
Alright, before they start fighting, let's get out of here. I suppose I should... importantly, we're going to the graveyard. That's the whole reason I'm in Falkreath. We'll go pay respects to my father. We're seeing this, right, Lucien? Free cabbages?
Be careful.
Oh, sorry. I'm not one to turn down free food. There's a blacksmith here. Don't think I have any business here right now. Oh, an alchemy shop.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
Maven's going to kill me.
I saw the
It's just
innkeeper
a matter
earlier.
of time.
Who's Maven?
Someone new? Perhaps
You
someone
scared me.
looking
For a
to
second there, I
fix
thought you
something
were a
up?
hired thug.
I take exception to that. Why, is someone after you?
Yes. Well, maybe. Let's just say I may have angered the wrong folks.
Are there any right folks to anger? Then you should find these people and apologize. Surely they'll forgive you.
Somehow I don't think Maven Blackbriar is the forgiving type. More like the type to hold a grudge and hunt you down to the far reaches of Tamriel for it.
Oh, and why would this Blackbriar want to kill you?
I used to live in Riften and do odd jobs around town. One day I decided to ask Maven's daughter if she needs any help. It turns out she's an alchemist and needs someone to fetch her ingredients. Only the things she asked me to retrieve aren't worth the trouble. Giant's toes, Daedric hearts. How in oblivion am I going to get those?
Killing giants in Daedra? Or maybe checking alchemy shops? So why not just decline her request?
That's the problem. I'm the one who had asked her if she needed help. It's not just Ingen either. I have a habit of trying to please everyone, and doing all this work was driving me mad.
Interesting. So what did you do to free yourself?
I came up with this idea. I couldn't stop asking people for work, but what if they stopped accepting my requests? If I could burn that bridge, ruin it in such a way that Ingen would hate me forever, then I'd never feel tempted to ask her if she needed help.
You're daft, my friends. Absolutely daft. That is the most idiotic thing I have ever heard.
Only because I decided to test this theory on a Blackbriar. If it was someone like Boley, it would have worked.
No, you just would have made people think you were an ass. So what did you do to burn that bridge?
I wrote her a letter, but it still wasn't nasty enough. Then I met this really angry guy, Puck, in Windhelm. I just scribbled down everything he said. All I had to do was change the name.
You sent a nasty letter to an important person's daughter. This letter must have been particularly nasty then.
Oh, it was. I didn't even know those words even existed or could be used in that combination. It definitely did what it was supposed to.
Now I kind of want to see this letter. So, what if I track down this courier for you?
Really? But what are you going to do? Once a letter's been handed to a courier, you can't take it back.
You can't? I'm sure I'll figure something out.
Well, I guess it doesn't hurt to try. She was headed east, so she likely passed through Helgen. A lot of travelers stop by Iverstead before going to Riften. Maybe you can head her off there. Oh, and I forgot to mention, she's got blonde hair and blue eyes. I know that could describe anyone, but you don't see too many female couriers around here, so that should be it.
You walked away and left the room while talking to me.
Call upon me if I can be of any service.
Sure, actually.
Don't let the shop's name frighten you away. I have plenty of reliable tonics and healing potions to sell.
I'm sure you do. Unfortunately, I'm a little light on gold. But would you mind if I used your alchemy lab?
Long as you clean up. You know how to use it, right? Mix a couple ingredients together, see what happens. A little wheat and blisterwort makes a healing potion, if you didn't know. We have plenty of ingredients for sale, too.
I didn't actually know that off the top of my head, so thank you. But yes, I will definitely clean up. I know what I'm doing. I've watched my mother enough times.
All right, then.
Now, if I recall first... First, I'm thirsty. And all I have to drink is alcohol. Great. I guess I'll be a little tipsy while I do the alchemy. Maybe it'll make me a little more inspired. This day is turning out to be so much better than the last. Now, the worst thing that I always perceived about alchemy when watching Mother. Eating random things to discover what they do. The mountain flower doesn't seem so bad. This bone meal is... the concept is disgusting. A butterfly's wing? Not nearly as bad as bone meal. I'm so glad Elf's ear is just the name of an herb and not literal elf's ear. Oh, mushrooms. I've always liked those. Some frost miriam. I'm used to cooking with that. Garlic. One of my favorite ingredients. Some more mushrooms. Nightshade. I don't think this is a good idea, but anything for science, I suppose. Ooh, an egg. That sounds tasty. Another flower. Another flower. Just a straight bowl of salt. My mouth will not thank me for this. A skeever's tail? I think I'm gonna be ill. And snowberries, that's a nice respite after that. I mean, it's just an egg. A spider's egg can't be that bad. A thistle branch? Not the flowers, but the actual branch? Ooh. That's everything. What can I make? Restore health. Surely that will come in handy.
I've got some great ideas for potions you could make. Want to hear? Oh, of course you do.
Of course
Idea
I do.
1. A potion that gives you an extra arm. Handy, right?
I have no idea what kind of components that would require. Some restore magica.
Falkreath's warriors always return, one way or another.
Restore stamina.
Don't let the shops
Damage stamina.
I have plenty of reliable tonics.
And now for the
healing
fun
potions to
part.
sell.
Throwing random things together to see if anything happens. Oh,
Either
resist
these
frost.
Nords or Imperials had some red in their blood. This war would be over.
I'm sure the Nords and Imperials have plenty of red in them. It seems to spill when they fight with each other. But I'm sorry, I was being facetious. I get your meaning. That's everything I can try out right now. And excuse me, what?
Need something?
Yes, I was wondering if you might be interested in any of these potions I just made.
Take a look.
I would very much appreciate it if you'd be willing to buy some of these. Oh, you would? Apparently you can't afford everything I just made. That's fine. I'll see if that unpleasant gentleman at the general store might be interested. I saw a smithy. Maybe they'd be interested as well. I'm doing much better financially than I was this morning. Thank you, I appreciate that.
I'll take my leave then.
In Cyrodiil, we respect each other's personal space.
I've been standing here for a minute, man. Excuse me, my good man.
Unless you intend to bury someone, this isn't the place you're looking for, traveler.
Well, maybe I intend to visit someone who's been buried here. But you said something about a burial?
Falkreath is known for its graveyard, traveler. We've buried more dead than you can imagine. I just finished giving my old war companion Barrett a proper burial by fire. Old Hardhead hated the idea of being lost cold in the ground. Could you deliver the ashes to Runil, the priest of Arcay? He'll know the right blessings to make for Barrett's soul.
I'm sorry, did you say Barrett? Uncle of Sigtrigger? Great uncle of Naarifin? He's passed? I was hoping I might see him once more. Of course, I'd be honored to see that he gets his appropriate rituals.
Thank you. All right, then.
Well, this had been a good day. I really wish I could control my weird impulse to draw my sword at inappropriate times. I'm sorry,
Don't let the shop's
my
name
mood
frighten
has
you away.
suddenly changed.
I have plenty of reliable tonics and healing potions to sell.
I have no doubt that you do. I just fancy making my own.
Falkreath's warriors always return, one way or another.
That's somewhat morbid. I suppose since there's two of us now, we should manage our provisions. Let's see, we have lots of cabbage, some carrots, a couple of apples, a bunch of raw meat, and quite a bit of alcohol. We're saving the meat, though. Excuse me,
Only
sir.
a hearty soul. Steel's good, but loyalty's better. I'm loyal to Dengear first, and the Empire second.
Interesting. That is good to know, my friends. I was wondering if we might do some trading?
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
But you won't buy my excess potions. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I can't do anything for you right now. Although, just curious, do you need any help around the forge? I mean, I know my way around a bit, and I'm looking for work currently.
Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? There's everything you need to make one. Go ahead.
I'm a little
Maybe at my
rusty,
forge
but
if you need arms or armor.
your will be done.
That's a decent weapon you've made there.
Well, thank you.
The war bleeds, Skyrim. It bleeds are dry, and I think none of us are the better for it.
Understandable. So here's that dagger you wanted.
Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there.
As you
Steel's
say.
worth every septim. Remember that.
I'll remember that, though you do have me dealing in iron right now.
Steel's good, but loyalty's better. I'm loyal to Dengear first and the Empire second.
Understood, my good man. I've sharpened that dagger.
This looks good. You put time into your blades, they'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping?
Of course.
How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack.
All right.
Until next time.
Here's that leather.
Men and women joined the war. Ah, good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps, fittings, that kind of thing. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need. See me at my forge if you need arms or armor.
A hide helmet, you say?
War bleeds, Skyrim. It bleeds or dry, and I think none of us are the better for it.
I couldn't agree more. Here's that hide helmet you had me make.
I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate.
I would like that.
Let's improve the fit. Take this letter to the workbench over there. Good steel's worth every septim. Remember that. Only a hearty soul traveler. Steel's good, but loyalty's better. I'm loyal to Dengear first and the Empire second.
So you've said a few times now. I've tempered that helmet, though.
You have talent. Keep working at your craft. You'll be a fine smith one day.
Thank you.
Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you'll remember me when you're making Skyforge steel, huh?
I don't think I'll ever be making Skyforge steel. But I do appreciate this lesson you've given me. Thank you very much for the internship.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if the store is still open. One moment.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
I saw the innkeeper. She's quite fetching.
Well met. Unlike my brother, I've no dislike of strangers. Met lots of them while I was a Stormcloak.
Yet last time I was here, you accused me of being a thief and a jester. But regardless, let's do business.
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Exactly. Please tell me you'll buy some of my potions. You will. Oh, you're running out of gold as well. You can only take 8 of these. Well, thank you. I'm still in a much better financial position than I was this morning. Any more here that I want to sell? I don't need damaged stamina potions. How about that dagger I just made? That's a little better. Alright. Thank you and have a good day.
Steal anything from my shop and you'll regret it.
I don't know what makes you think I'm gonna steal.
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, so you said we should go to Riverwood and warn people about the dragon. As much as I wish to be going the other way, I think you're probably right. So we'll do that. But we're not leaving this late in the evening in this weather. So let's go pay our respects to the Jarl, and then we'll go call it a night, and then in the morning we'll set out for Riverwood.
What can I do for you?
Do you know where I can find the Jarl?
Excellent. You've done us a great service.
Excuse me.
I protect the Jarl, whoever that might be.
Good to know. Do you know where I might find the Jarl?
Falkreath Cemetery reminds us that war is not new.
Okay. Do you think maybe he's through this door?
Falkreath is an honor.
Are you going to try to stop me if I try to go through it?
Treat the Jarl with respect, and you'll be welcome here.
I wouldn't dream of doing otherwise. Excuse me.
What is it that you want? Bolin speaks much about the war and the Stormcloaks, but he knows who provides.
How did you become a Jarl while so young?
My uncle Dengir was Jarl until a short time ago. His old age and failing health caught up with him, and he stepped down. He now serves us honorably as Thane, and to the great benefit of the Hold, I now serve as Jarl.
Yeah, honestly, I think he might be going a bit senile. I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask. I'm looking for work.
Work? I demand tribute before you can be considered for any real tasks. How about drink? None of that local piss. Real Blackbriar mead, fresh from Riften.
Blackbriar mead? I actually think I have some of that. I'll bring it to you.
You better. I hate people who waste my time.
Likewise. Here.
Now
I happen to
that's
have
what
someone
I like
some with me already.
Someone who gets things done. Here, a little something for you.
Thank you, my Jarl. I would say I'd use them in good health, but I'm probably just going to sell them to someone. But is there anything else I can do for you, my Jarl?
You've proven reliable. There's a group of bandits in my hold that I may have had a few discreet dealings with. The cut they were giving me was good at first, but now it's time to clean things up. Go and take care of it.
I'm sure my friend Lucian and I can take care of that. It will be done, my Jarl.
Good. Until later, then.
Indeed. Did you hear that, Lucian? It appears now we're bounty hunters. So... okay. So, let's go to back to the inn.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything.
You want a drink?
I just walked in, but, actually, could you refill my empty, bottles?
Of course.
I appreciate that more than you can know.
Until next time.
Lucian, let's have a seat. All the decent seats are taken, though.
What?
Nari, do you think the war...
Welcome to Dead Man's Drink.
I think the war
Thank
is
you.
just an
I
excuse.
escaped fighting in Cyrodiil, only to have it track me down again in Skyrim.
You know, one day you're gonna have to tell me about that. But could I rent that room again, please?
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Is it the same one? Ah, it is. Thank you, excellent.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
I'll do that. So, Lucian, our itinerary for tomorrow. I have to stop by the graveyard to pay my respects to my father. That's literally the sole reason I am in Falkreath. And I can't believe I've spent this entire day without doing that. Then we'll go to Riverwood and warn the people about the dragon. Does sound like a plan? Alright, just keep staring blankly at me. Or have something to drink, that works too.
We drink to our youth, to days come and gone.
It's still a little early to turn in though, so
is just about done.
Let me have some dinner, something to drink.
Bring me a drink.
Olin, you're going to die of thirst if you keep
A little more
calling me
to
that.
eat.
Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing.
I suppose I will study these spell notes. Should take me 2 hours to master this. I think we have time for that.
We're the children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies.
Figures.
But this
Then
land
again,
is
I
ours,
suppose I
and
should
we'll
commit
see it wiped clean
to stand.
of the
And I've learned a new
scornful
spell.
Sully.
We'll
Our
have to come
hopes
during the
and
next
our
evolutionary
dreams.
cycles.
Lady Mara, may I always be in your favor. Thank you for my deliverance from Helgen. And thank you for all the things you have in store. Alright, Lucian, it's one bed, and it should be big enough for the both of us. I promise not to try anything. Let's just get some rest. And that's going to be all for today. Thank you for watching. I've been playing as Naarifin Foxfang, and I, of course, am some guy you've never heard of, unless, of course, you have. Please feel free to like, dislike, subscribe, ring that bell, whatever tickles your fancy. Thank you. Have a great day. I'll see you again in episode 3.